Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle. To throw on second is Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Richmond.
On second down, here's Watson. They'll roll him out right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 23 yards on the play.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year, and it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Watson hands this to Foreman, and he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
This is Marshall. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Richmond.
Now a play fake here on first down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Two jet.
Now Marshall. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Watson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Watson and the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a play fake, and it's Watson rolling to his right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Target. Set. Blue ready.
And here's Marshall. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Come back. Richmond.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Off of play action, it's Watson. Steps away. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 1st down, it's Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
And that's their 1st sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Down. Hey, go, Roger.
Play action. Now it's Keenum. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, orange! On 53. Hey, go, Roger.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And now out comes Houston. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Come back, come back.
Here's Watson now on second down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Two jet. Set. Black 22. Black 22.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Come back, come back. 50.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Keenum. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the gun on third down, Keenum. Flush to his right. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right about the 20. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Let's go, let's go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at a nice little drive brewing right here.
Take 52, 55, 52.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Hey, go, Roger.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. And now the Texans want to call another timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. And McManus able to put it through, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Watson on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, and the 49ers are out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To the air yet again, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So we've reached halftime at a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. Amaro's got it, left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Back 22! Back 22!
They'll run with Marshall. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A carry for Foreman. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And they'll go on the ground. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Watson. Got a man complete. It's a tight end tomorrow. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. Out of the gun, Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, orange horn! Orange horn! On 53.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15.
Orange horn! Hey, orange horn! Orange horn! 22!
Working from the gun, Keenum. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Marquette King now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 45.
Richmond. Tiger. Come back.
Now Watson. Out to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now Watson going to sneak it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down.
Well, I liked it. Just take the snap, burrow forward, and pick up the few inches you need for a 1st down.
And defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They looked a little surprised in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit wary there, weren't they? Because that can be a throwaway down where maybe you go play action, fake it, and try and get something big. But instead he said, forget it. Let's just get a 1st down and start a new set.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the fourth. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Back 22! Back 22! Come back, come back!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Down! Blue ready! Blue ready! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger! Come back, come back! Richmond, Richmond! Come back, come back! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger!
They'll try the air now with Watson. Steps away to his left. And he's got it. The tight end, Amaro. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Set! Blue ready! Blue ready! Two jet! Two jet! Two jet!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And help. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Keith Marshall, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 10-3. Bailey now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum, eluding the pressure right. He finds an opening past the 40. He'll find Sutton on the right side complete. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Down, down! Let's go, Roger! 22! 22!
Now a first down throw. Keenum buying time to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
22! 22!
Play action. It's Keenum. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Keenum being chased out left. Looking long for Thomas. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Dory Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. A Bronco first down. Keenum hooking up with Thomas.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Keenum now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hands down. Hey, go Roger. Hands down.
From the gun, here's Keenum. Dancing to his left. And his throw is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
22. 22. 22. 22. Hands down.
Out of the gun, Keenum. Flushed out right. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Broncos on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, go Roger. Hey, orange.
To the air again, Keenum. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop.
Hey, orange.
On the run, this is Jackson. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Roger.
Now Keenum, gotta have this one. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they'll run it here. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And coming out now, the Broncos. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DJ Reader in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Down. 22.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. He's got a man complete. Give him 30 yards there.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. The Broncos in their hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football.